Yeah, well, hi there YouTubers. Here's my version 2 of my rocket stove, following version 1 yesterday, based on the Sofia stove from Bert Heidevelds. I've made a few changes to my version 1. It just didn't breathe well enough. I think I made the flue too convoluted. I think it got congested up in there and the gases cooled, and it was still having a bit of smoke coming out the top. And it just didn't draw really well. It didn't suck like these rocket stoves are supposed to. So I've simplified it a bit. I've kept the all the chambers bigger, and I've reduced maybe 800 mils or about that of flue length. So pretty much now, this is the burn chamber. Will go in up to the back. Sorry, that's the wood feed. The burn chamber's there. It will come up into this notch. We'll then run along this tube across to either here, or it will come from this corner along this way and then down into this part. Then it's going to turn a corner and run down into this 100 by 100 square tube, and then up into the 100 by 100 flue. Same design as before, but I have the flue detaches and slides in for storage. I think it's also going to be a very solid block. Yeah, so once it's all welded up, I think it's also going to be a really handy solid block to use around the campfire, either as a step up around the caravan, and also as a wheel chock. Stick behind the wheels of your car or caravan. Very handy because it's just one solid chunk of steel once it's welded. And as I said, the flue packs away. That will go in there, and hopefully we get a good draw on it. Same as before, I'll probably put another piece of 3mm metal plate on here for the cooktop. Alright, I'll keep welding and hopefully I can give it a burn today and see how it goes. Catch you later. Okay, well, welcome back. Here's the version 2 rocket stove. All welded up. There's no hot plate on it yet. I just want to get it to the stage where I can put a fire in it and see how it draws. As I showed you before, I've designed it so the flue slides out of the burn chamber. Now I've also got the wood tray stuck in there. It's a bit tight at the moment. There's the wood tray. So the flue just attaches in here. And the burn tray. I've added a little feature, put a piece of metal at the back of the burn tray, so you can actually use that as a scraper to scrape the ash out, so you can go like this and scrape any ash out. Okay, well, there it is. I think I've way over engineered it. It's really way heavier than I expected. Probably a little bit impractical at the moment to carry around if you're thinking about weight. So if it does work, I'll just re-engineer it with thinner grade steel. Maybe knock it back to 2mm, something like that. Anyway, next step is to put a fire in it. Catch you soon. We're back again, YouTubers. The good news is version 2 is drawing beautifully. much better than version 1. So this has been going about 10 minutes. Put about 7 or 8 sticks in there. There's still a bit of smoke coming out, but most of this steel was galvanized. So this thing's roaring at the moment. It's I think it's burning all the internal galvanizing out of the steel and the zinc. I got a thermometer here, have a look at this. This is Celsius. This thing cuts out at about 400 and it's hitting 400 and cutting out. About 415 there. As we come back, I'll follow the path of the ignition. So we've got topping at 400 there. Comes this way. The front of the plate is about 200. Comes across, or it can either go this way or it can go across to there. We're still copying 360 odd on that side of the plate. You can come across and just here it dips down, comes down the side, down into this tube. So it's 190, 200 odd there. And when it starts to work its way down to the chimney, that's still 200 degrees just there. And then you can see that color change where it cools off and up. And it starts to cool down. At the top of the chimney, it's still, well, look at that. Cools down to about 70 just there, and then right at the top of the chimney where the smoke is, still 140 degrees. So this thing is absolutely roaring. 400 degrees on top. $390 odd just over this side, 380, 370. But just above that burn chamber, it's averaging about 410 degrees with literally 5 or 6 sticks, a couple of pieces of pine, a couple of pieces of hardwood. I'm really happy with that. So what I'm going to do is, once it cools down tomorrow, I'll weld the 3mm top plate on. So we've got a nice cooking surface. The only trouble with this thing, it weighs a ton, absolute ton. So I'm going to take it camping, put it in the back of the ute, but I think I'm going to have to revise the thickness of the walls of the steel and just try and reduce that weight a little bit. Definitely over-engineered, but I suppose over-engineered is sometimes better than under-engineered. Anyway, it's beer o'clock, 6 o'clock in the Australian late summer, and thank you very much for watching Rocket Stove version 2. Yeah, welcome back YouTubers. Well, here's my little version 2 rocket oven, pretty much finished. I've added a few little bits of fruit on it. I'm very happy with the way it's all come together. It's basically probably about 30% bigger than the shoebox. things I've added was an extra hot plate just here, about 3mm steel. Also added a handle, carry handle, which also pulls out, spring loaded. It becomes a little poker. Poke the wood, clear out any timber that's stuck, and then that just fits in there, spring loaded. There it is. The only trouble with this stove is it weighs a ton. It's really heavy. It's got to be at least 10 kilos because it's all 3 and 2mm steel. Anyway, I'll show you the design. What I have is, that's the burn chamber shelf for the timber. I have a couple of pot carriers here. And I have the flue, which also packs in. So simply put the flue in. And the pot carriers. And timber shelf. And there we have it. One little rocket oven. I tested this yesterday. You've probably seen the movie. It was achieving over 400 degrees just here. That's Celsius. So I've since welded this 3mm plate on top. So I'm going to crank it up again in a minute, get it burning, and I'll see if that extra hot plate has made any difference, whether it's cooled it down or not. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a second. Again guys, here's the rocket oven ready to go. I thought I'd just show you quickly how quick it actually breaks down to put away after you finish using it. So the wood shelf comes out. One thing I did is I welded an end here on the wood shelf. So now I can use that as an ash scraper. So when there's ash up in there, I can just do that and drag the ash out and clean it out. You can see the ash down here that I did yesterday. Anyway, so there's the wood shelf. There's the pot helpers. I'm doing this one-handed, so it's a little bit difficult. There's the flue, wood shelf, pot holders. We just grab by the handle. And away we go. Straight in the back of the ute. Okay, well YouTubers, this has been going about 10 minutes. As you can see, no smoke. And I'll have a look at the temperature. And we're up to about 250 in the hottest part of the plate. It's above the burn chamber. Get to the front of the plate. 130 across, 130 back, 230. So it's still in its warming up stage. You can see it's drawing quite nicely. You can hear it. Have a listen. back again, YouTubers. This has been going on about 12 to 15 minutes now. I don't know if you can quite see them there, but it's got 3 small pieces of hardwood tomato steak. You can see it's drawing really nicely. Just ticking along. Again, no smoke. Now I'll have a look at the temperature this time. Haven't been able to get it as hot as I got yesterday. Did have a measurement of about 350 a minute ago. It's dipped back down a bit. But around above the burn chamber, it's about 330. Remember, that's Celsius, so that's still very, very hot. Remember, water boils at 100, and you've got 330 there. So basically, I think this little oven is a success. It draws nicely, relatively smokeless once it gets its ignition temperature up. Storage wise, it all packs away into itself. As I said before, main issue, the weight. But I did realise I can think of a few other uses for this thing while I'm out camping. So as I said, I can chock it behind my wheels in my caravan or my truck if I'm changing a tyre, or if I'm on a hill, something like that. I can stand on it, use it as a step to give me some, extra height if I need to reach something. And I think I could also use it as a jacking point. So I could actually put a jack on top of that and jack my car up on my caravan. Because this thing is just like a solid chunk. So there's 3 uses. So that means I should be able to take my old barbecue plate out of my car, which I won't need anymore. I could take a few lumps of wood out that I carry around that I use for chocks. And I never had a ladder, so now I've got a small little step. Anyway, thanks for watching, YouTube. As I said, we're running at about 3:15 at the moment, just there, back of the plate. I'm still just ticking along on these 3 little small pieces of timber. There aren't many other fires around where you can burn 5 or 6 small pieces and cook your tea, cook your lunch, boil water, and smokeless. Everybody's not ducking and diving away from the campfire, avoiding the smoke. Righto, YouTube, thanks for watching. If you get a chance, check out my goal videos. Okay, catch you later.